Hello and welcome to Quick Charge by Electrek, keeping you in the fast track with daily EV and green energy news. I'm Mikey G, and it's Thursday, October 29th. Tesla has now officially increased the price of its full self-driving package to $10,000. Back in July, they also increased the price to $8,000, up from $7,000 just prior. CEO Elon Musk announced a price increase of $2,000 that was going to happen just Monday, and he later delayed it a bit, but now it has officially happened as of today. The sales model of selling something that has yet to be delivered, for now, resembles a Kickstarter campaign, but I suppose it's working. Tesla has been able to drive a lot of revenue into their company by pre-selling the package. Panasonic announced that it is working with Tesla to build a new prototype production line to produce its 4680 battery cell at Gigafactory, Nevada. In a conference call following the release of its latest earnings, Panasonic Chief Financial Officer Hirokazu Umeda announced that they are working with Tesla to produce its new 4680 battery cell that was announced on Battery Day last month. As quoted by Reuters, the chief executive said, quote, "We have considerable know-how for that battery. We started working on it immediately after Tesla's Battery Day in September, and we are also preparing to set up a prototype production line in parallel." Tesla has told staff that it is preparing a massive push to expand service capacity as it attempts to catch up to its rapid growth in sales. Over the last few years, Tesla has been growing at a ferocious pace, with deliveries and production capacity seeing important increases. And now Tesla's customer fleet has reached over 1 million cars. Over the last 12 months, Tesla deliveries grew almost 50% year over year. However, over the same time period, service centers grew by 12% and its mobile service fleet by 8%. A source familiar with the matter told Electrek that Tesla communicated to its staff that it plans to significantly ramp up service over the next year, with at least one new service center opening per week in the year of 2021. Tesla has decided to offer a radio retrofit as an option with its infotainment retrofit after complaints from some owners. Unfortunately, it's not cheap at $500. In recent years, Tesla has launched several new features that require more computing power, and even with Tesla's famous over-the-air software updates, owners of older vehicles couldn't get those features. It created a demand for a computer retrofit that would enable older Model S and X vehicles to have those features. An Electrek reader noted that Tesla has now updated the infotainment retrofit offering with an optional radio upgrade that will start soon. This episode of Quick Charge Podcast is brought to you by Electrify America, the nation's largest coast-to-coast charging station network for electric vehicles. No matter where you're heading, they have chargers nearby. And at charging speeds up to 350 kilowatts for capable electric vehicles, they'll help you get there fast. Find out what they're up to at electrifyamerica.com. That's electrifyamerica.com. Electrify America. Hello, freedom. Polestar announced today that it is recalling almost all of its Polestar 2 electric cars that it delivered globally with two issues. One of them related to the power inverter and the other the battery pack's coolant heater. Polestar said that affected owners will be notified starting on November 2nd, and those affected by both issues are going to be able to have it fixed at just one stop at their local service center. In a collaborative post with Fully Charged, Robert Llewellyn takes a first drive in an Audi e-tron Sportback. Can it compete with the Tesla Model X? Find out by watching the video on our site, electrek.co. And in Electrek's Green Energy Brief, the Trump administration has overturned protections for the Tongass Forest in Alaska to allow for road building and logging. The 2001 Roadless Area Conservation Rule, which had 95% in public comments, protects more than 58 million acres of roadless national forest lands across the U.S. And now the U.S. Department of Agriculture said on Wednesday that it would exempt more than 9.3 million out of 17 million acres in Tongass from the 2001 rule. That amounts to about 55% of the forest. A hydrogen-powered terminal tractor is being tested at the port of Rotterdam in the Netherlands following 2 years of development by Dutch specialized vehicle manufacturer Terberg. The hydrogen terminal tractor is based on Terberg's recently introduced Electrek YT203 EV. It features four 150-liter hydrogen fuel tanks containing 14.4 kilogram hydrogen, which enables a full day of operation and allows for quick refueling. It performs just as well as diesel models, but of course, without emissions. The Environmental Protection Network was launched in January of 2017 by more than 500 former members of the government body, the Environmental Protection Agency. Their goal is to provide informed rebuttals against efforts to undermine the protection of public health and the environment under the current Environmental Protection Agency. Today, the network released an updated version of the Trump Environmental Record, a snapshot of the most significant decisions or proposals by the Trump administration EPA. The report is divided by categories such as water quality, chemical hazards, air quality, and climate change. You can read it in full from our site, electrek.co. And finally, in Electrek's personal mobility coverage, Electrek takes a look at the advantages and disadvantages of belt drive electric bikes. Topics discussed include belt drives are incredibly low maintenance, have high durability, never rust, normally include a geared hub, and ride much smoother. Chain drives, on the other hand, have a wealth of options and uses, are much cheaper, and can be readily installed on a dual suspension bike. Thanks for watching Quick Charge by Electrek. We also have an audio version on your favorite podcast player. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great day.